It would appear that one of the biggest stars of the BBC, that earns literally over 1 million per year for just appearing on one series, well, seemingly loathes the viewers that pay her wages. As ever, let me explain. Good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, a traditional English public house behind me, you know. Very nice, isn't it? I love when they put all their blooms out, hanging baskets, stuff like that. As you walk past, you think, oh, that looks nice. Not tempted to sit out myself, not with London prices, as you can imagine. I'm not having a trusty flask. But you could always blame that you just need to sit down at your age, can't you? And just bask in other people spending lots of money. I know I sound like Scrooge, don't I? I'm not that bad, you know. We can share half a cup of tea each when we meet up. Yes, you know, maybe even a quarter of a cake, who knows? Well, I'll bring my own biscuit, so you get the picture. Back as ever, though, to your story of the day. I tell you what I find fascinating about this, truly, is that when they're a big organisation, you know, particularly like the BBC, and in these very perilous times, you'd think they would keep a lid on these very errant presenters. You see, what happened, as we saw over the weekend, first and foremost over on ITV, we had the actress from Bridgerton basically claiming that the royal family was simply a too white balcony. Not very bright, that woman, is she? You know, it's a white family. What did she expect? Someone to black up just to put up the quota? Or were they expecting someone like Meghan Markle just to pop up and tick box the numbers? You know, you can't help what you are. You know, I'm blonde, fair-skinned, whatever. We all want different looks as we're growing up. Hence the reason why tanning creams do so well. You know, you have to look at that, don't you? Think, boom in business. But then again, so many people would like to be blonde English roses too. It doesn't matter. We're all individual, but seemingly not in these big media or organisations, particularly the mainstream media. Must point out that neither channel, ITV or indeed BBC, have bothered to apologise to their vast viewership. Don't care, you see, not interested. But this particular presenter, Claudia Winkleman, probably really best known for being the co-host of Strictly Come Dancing, the US version of Dancing with the Stars over here, and more prominently, I would say now, flogging Head and Shoulders shampoo on various networks, all the meanwhile just trying to be funny and of course wacky, as is her brand. But let me tell you, this is a very shrewd and clever woman. She has become one of the biggest forces in broadcasting. Thick and stupid she is not, even though she portrays that particular image. Her background is very wealthy. Her mother had substantial success in the media, so this is no shrinking violet. She knew exactly what she was saying. And the bottom line was, she was interviewing a comedian on her radio show where they likened the coronation to Tory Christmas, meaning that the guests there were basically all Conservative party, you know, loving that type of thing. I mean, it's disgusting when you think about it, because although it was a flippant throwaway remark and he is a comedian, she went along with it. No apology, of course. But the bottom line is, if you looked in her background, you would see most definitely more, shall we say, leanings towards the Conservative Party than similarly the Lib Dems or indeed the Labour. It's funny, isn't it, how they want to retract it in the public to make them seem hip and trendy and JZ, or whatever they want to call it, Gen Z. But I think what's fascinating here, the bigger problem is, given the fact that she has so much money from this particular publicly funded organisation, why on earth have they not published an apology? Why have they not apologised for the actress that they invited on alongside the historian, who really did mar such a wonderful celebration on mainstream channels for so many? Simply because they're frightened. They don't want to cancel culture. But, you know, let me point this out to the BBC and the stupid presenter, Claudia Winkleman. It's not those people that are paying your wages. Young people do not watch television. They do not buy licenses. They stream things and they watch things for free on platforms like YouTube and Substack, Rumble, everything like that. They simply do not invest in your salary. And the very people that you've now offended are the ones that will simply not be buying a TV license next time around. Of course, it won't affect Claudia. She's a multi-millionairess, married to a multi-millionaire. So the bottom line is, how can it possibly hurt her? She feels she's now hip and kicking in the right community. But as ever, for how long? I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.